Okay guys, how's it going? I'm going to do a few reviews on this bike that I just got. I shattered my knee like 3 months ago, a little over 3 months ago. And, oh, as a matter of fact, the day after Thanksgiving. So, I'm just now trying to recoup my leg. But what I did was I bought this bicycle here. It's the Easy Motion Neo Volt Sport. It is a folding bike. Well, the reason I bought the bike is because I have a bigger bike, but I'm unable to carry it down the stairs and back up the stairs, you know. So I can ride a bike. I live on the 3rd floor. So I decided to get this smaller bike, which I leave in the back of my vehicle. And it's, you know, easier to transport too. But the main reason I got it is to rehab my knee, to get my legs strong again, because I'm a delivery driver, so I need all the muscle I can get lifting weights. So hopefully within 3 months time I'll be able to go back to work. But in between that time, I got this bike here and I wanted to talk about it because I don't see people giving an in-depth interview on these bikes. Okay, first of all, I have a full suspension bike. I have the Neo Jumper 27B. I think that's with the 27-inch tires. But anyway, this bike here has the same motor system as those bikes, same amount of torque, if not just a little bit more because of the wheel size. You know, you get a bit more torque because the wheels are smaller. But anyway, I'm back here in the woods on the trails riding this bike, and it is doing excellent. Again, it has a 350 watt hub motor, as you can see here in the rear, which is awesome because you get plenty of torque. I mean, I'm not even using the motor, only when I need to, because I need to rehab my leg because of the shattered knee. But anyway, it has 4 levels of pedal assist, plenty of torque, guys. I'm just using, when I do use a pedal assist, I only use level 1. That's all I need, is to use a 1. And I'm in Florida where the pavement is sand. The bike rides really good. I'm like almost 6 feet tall. I'm about 5'11", something like that. And I got the seat post maxed out to the maximum height. And when I'm on level ground, I cannot put my feet flat on the ground. I got like a ½ inch off the ground. That's with my on a flat surface. So you get good seat height off the bike. I'm actually going to try to make an extension so I can get full leg extension, like a 5 inch extension pipe. And I'm going to try to customize a pipe. That way I can get maximum height and get full leg extension on the bike. But the bike rides great. I would tell anybody, man, these bikes, like me, I'm just a light. This bike here is, of course, it doesn't have any suspension, but it doesn't matter. I went to Walmart and I got I call them big booty seats. And you can see the seat has some springs underneath it, you know, that help out quite a bit. I got this bike rack at Walmart that floats off the seat post. It does an excellent job. You've got the same electronics that you got on the big bikes on the little one. Let me turn it on here. Hold it down a couple seconds. You got your miles an hour, your battery level, blah, 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 blah. As you can see there, I have like 13 miles on the bike. I'm trying to get my leg back so I can get back to work. But anyway, let me turn this power off. The bike does extremely well. I would tell anybody, you know, if you want to get one of these bikes, you don't have to get the bigger, more expensive bikes. This one right here is like a little over $1,000, maybe $1,500, something like that. And it has the same electronics. I mean, does really good. I mean, if I would have gotten this bike first, I wouldn't have even got the jumper, to be honest with you, because I'm not trying to. I love doing the mountain bike thing, but this right here is very sufficient. You know, it's going to really help my knee and my leg get back to normal. I just started riding it today. My first time taking it, bringing it out and riding it. And I'm back in the woods. I did some pavement riding, rides really good. It has 8 speeds, does really well. It has I think it's a 36 volt, 9 amp hour battery. And it's really cool because the battery is here in the frame. That is actually the battery, for those of you who don't know. That's where the battery is housed at, right there in the frame. And if you can hold on a minute, if I got my keys, let me see if I can get my keys. I'll show you guys what it looks like, what the battery, getting to the battery looks like. Let me see here. Hang on a second. Let me get my keys, because you guys need to see this. They're not doing in-depth interviews. I haven't seen very many people go into it like this, so I want to show you, because I think it's worth showing. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, here we go. Okay. When you get the bike, you got to get over here to the bike. I'm still limping a bit. Okay. The battery's in this tube here. Unlock it. And this is your battery for the Easy Motion Neo Volt Sport. That's the battery right there. Probably about, I weighted is like 6 pounds, something like that. So that's what the bike looks like without the battery pack. And you don't need the battery pack to ride the bike. The bike does just fine, just like it is, you know. I mean, if you want to ride it like that, you can. It's lighter, you save like 6 pounds. But if your battery's charging, you can still feel free to ride the bike. And the thing is, it's a great riding bike. It's not just about it being an electric bike. Again, the hub motor is back here in the rear wheel. You can see the E-motion thing there. That's your motor system right there. 350 watt hub motor, which is more than enough power to get you up. Ooh, there's actually a tick on my bike. Ew, where's it at? Look at that, a wild tick. That's pretty spooky. But anyway, I need to check myself. I don't want any ticks getting on me. But anyway, yeah, the bike does really good. Really, really good. What I like about this bike over other bikes is the fact that it the folding mechanism is, let me see here. I'm not going to fold it because I'm holding my cell phone. You pull the seat up over some lines there that are marked. You pull the seat up and the bike kind of collapses. And it becomes maybe about a foot shorter than what it is now. It's not a super compact folding bike, but it compacts and folds up enough to where you can get it in the back of a car quite nicely. I got it in my SUV and Nissan Pathfinder. It fits in there really good. Just take the seat out, whatever. But the main thing I wanted to emphasize with this bike is what I like about it over other folding bikes. Most of the folding bikes you see, they have that little C-clamp thing. You spin here in the frame and you lock it down. This has to be one of the safest folding bikes because the way they have it engineered, your weight is what keeps the bike together. That seat post, it goes down in there and it locks the frame so that it can't come unclamped or whatever. It's not even a possibility for that to happen. And I really like that over the clamped bikes. You have Agura, I think they're called, disc brakes on this bike, which are really nice. You have them on their front and back, as you can see right there. And they really do the job really well. Really, really, really well. And 8 speeds, as I was showing you. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it, Agura brakes. Bike does really good, man. I'm really impressed with it. Easy Motion's been making bikes since the early 1900s. So I figured they knew what they were doing, and I have no regrets. Getting this bike is going to really help me get back into shape as far as my legs so I can get back to work. I would tell anybody, this bike here, I would tell anybody, it's an all-terrain bike. You can go anywhere. You know, you don't want to jump any ramps on it, of course, but as far as going on trails, you can go on any trails. Just take it easy. You know, don't ride it like it's a full suspension bike. But if you just take your time and cruise, like I'm cruising back here like 5-6 miles an hour, you know, just enjoying the woods or whatever else, it does excellent. You'll have no problems. Hills, no problem. You know, I've climbed some little, you know, inclines or whatever in the first level of pedal assist. And that's all I needed, you know. And it's really nice. Earlier, I was back here in the woods, as you can see. Back in the boondocks. That's probably a mile down the road, whatever else. And it's my first time riding the bike. I didn't secure the pedals. I just kind of finger tightened them. So they started to back out and strip the threads here in the crank. The crank right here. That was my fault. And it stripped some of the threads out. But so what I had decided to do was ride the bike home with the throttle. And that's what's nice about this bike. You have the option right here. It does have a throttle. This is your hand grip. And you have a throttle right there. So what's nice is you have the option to throttle the bike if you choose to, which is really good. You can throttle the bike if you choose to. And that's really, really nice. if you get this bike, you're definitely going to want to change your seat, upgrade the seat. Go to Walmart, get you one of these Velo plush seats. I call them big booty seats. Whatever else. They got this little channel there to relieve the pressure on us guys for our private area. That's what I was told that is what that design is really for, is to relieve the pressure on us men that are riding bikes. But anyway, yeah, high quality bike. I got like 13 miles on it right now. I have no problems. Rides fine, very comfortable. It just, like I said, you don't have full suspension, so you definitely want to get a big butt seat. That's what I call them. Get the biggest one you can get. Like, I'm going to even check and see if I can get an even more plush one than that. You know, it's all about comfort. You know, I'm not trying to have no little hard saddle to ride on. It's very uncomfortable. You want to be comfortable. If you don't have full suspension, at least get a seat with some suspension in it. That will really help you out. But yeah. So I hope this review helps some of you guys out, because I've seen reviews on it, and people talk about it. I mean, I haven't seen anybody ride it back in the woods. I'm actually riding the bike back here on the trails, on real trails. There's tree roots and everything else. I came over them, no problem, of course. It rides like a normal, traditional bicycle. It's just that if you have the option, if you want to use, you know, the electric power. I choose to ride the bike normally. You know, if I get in a bind or it gets a little heavy on my legs, then I'll kick over and use the power. You know, it's just the push of a button, you know, or I can throttle it if I want to. Again, this bike has the same exact specs as far as motor and electronics as the $4,000 Easy Motion bikes. You know, except this is way cheaper. So I would tell anybody this, man, save your money, get this bike. If you're not over 6 feet tall, get this bike. And even if you are over 6 feet tall, I'm going to make an extension on this bike, on the seat post here, 5-inch extension, so I can get the seat up a little higher. You can do that. It's all about, you know, getting that leg extension if you're taller. So I would highly recommend that. And then you can outfit the bike the way you want. Outfit it the way you want. I got some little, these are actually wristbands for joggers. Well, I got them on the back of the bike so I can be seen. And I'm wearing a fluorescent green shirt, as you can see, so I can be seen when I'm out on the road. And I'm not doing too much road riding yet, because I'm just, like I said, I'm in the process of rehab. That's why I bought this bike, is for rehab purposes, because I cannot carry that beast, that Easy Motion Neo jumper that I have, 27B, down the stairs on the 3rd floor with that shattered knee that I'm trying to recover from. You know, I don't want to risk getting hurt. So this is great, man. I'm having a blast with it. Again, I didn't get it just because it's an electric bike. I got it because it's a folding bike. But I figure if I get a folding bike, I might as well get one that's electric. Okay, this is DJ signing out. I hope this review helps somebody out, because I really wanted to hear a review from somebody who's ridden the bike. So I'm going to do updates. The more miles I put on it, the more reviews I'll give and give you an honest opinion about it. Okay, right now, I don't think there's any bike in its class, including the Brompton, unless you're going for size, unless you want something super compact. But this bike is an electric bike, and again, you can't even tell it. Here's a battery. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Battery simply goes in like that, clamps down. Take the key out, and it actually has a key that you use, you know, and it's great. It's awesome. Again, I hear some people say that, oh, you know, the bad part is you got to take the battery off the bike. That's a bunch of baloney. You know, there's nothing bad about it, because if you use a bike correctly, if you're a rider like me, I like to ride bikes anyway. I don't ride the bike around with the pedal assist on, only when I need it. That's me, but you may choose to get it and just leave it on. But I'm trying to get that workout in and get my leg built back up. But it's no hassle taking the battery off. Come on, guys. That's just lazy. If you happen to have an electric bike with a battery, you just plug it in, that's great. But it's nice to, you know, like when I want to charge the bike, I just take it up, take the battery off, carry it upstairs. I don't have to bring the whole bike upstairs. You know, it's not, now it would be nice to have that option to charge it on the bike. That's cool. But it's no problem taking the battery off. They have a great locking system. The battery's going nowhere. That's very well balanced. Okay? So anyway, this is DJ signing off with a little review on the Easy Motion Neo Volt Sport. Later.